I was in my house one day when I looked out of my bedroom window and saw this guy walk out of the house next to me. He was the tallest, most beautiful thing I had ever seen, even his hair was chiseled. I had to know his name. About 10 seconds later I knew I was in love and we were gonna get married and have a few babies and live in his house together. About 20 seconds later I coughed really loudly as to make sure he could hear me from my bedroom window. About 5 seconds later he looked up and we exchanged eye glances and it made me feel really good inside. You know when you just know they know you feel good, that's how I felt. I kept staring at him through my eyes and I couldn't really stop. My heart began to beat really fast and I got this strange feeling in my stomach which I can only describe as loads of moths moving around incredibly quickly urging to get out. The more I kept looking, the more they moved. I turned around for a second to pick up my camera to take a picture of him and then my heart completely stopped beating, which made me know that this guy was really quite something. I didn't know what I was going to do next, but I knew I was going to get him and make him mine. I left my house a few minutes later to go and maybe say hey to him, but I got caught in a conversation about my new hairstyle. She said it looked good. I said thanks. After the conversation ended I said bye to my neighbor and continued to reach closer to his door, and that's when it happened. I knocked. Knock 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 knock. I heard someone come to the door and I could almost sense him looking through the door hole in the door. It was him. He was at the door. I heard and also saw the door open up, and standing right in front of me was a complete goddess of a babe. I hated her and knew there was only one place for her to go, the depths of hell. I thought about how horrible that actually would be, as she hadn't actually done anything wrong, so I retracted my thoughts and decided she could go to heaven and meet a nice guy there, so at least she gets something out of the whole situation. I always have poison on me everywhere I go, just in case situations like these arise, so I opened up my necklace filled with poison and shoved it in her mouth and she died very suddenly. After that I felt great again, so I walked into his house and up his stairs to check him out. He was standing there in grey tracksuits and had a white t-shirt on which was a really good fit. His t-shirt was great, and he was sure of it. After 45 seconds of me staring at him he turned around and said hey sup. I said not much. He said wanna hang. I deliberated telling him I just killed his girlfriend, but then I thought, no. So I just said yay. We hung out in his room for a bit and spoke about each other's eyes and how amazing we both were. It was incredibly romantic. After about 8 minutes I went in for the kiss, and it was the most amazing kiss I have ever had. His tongue really knew what it was doing, and as he stroked my hair I felt incredibly warm inside and I never wanted the moment to leave me. It had to end a few minutes later because I had to go and make a phone call to my mum. When I left the house, the dead woman wasn't there anymore, which was weird, but I thought nothing of it. Me and the boy next door started hanging out more and more, and we were having a truly beautiful time. We went on dream dates together, made out, and we had loads of fun drinks. We stayed at each other's almost every night and he cooked for me. He actually could cook, and he was really tall. My feelings for the boy next door grew stronger, and the more we hung out the more I could see us becoming something, and I think he could kinda see it too, but we had spoke about it loads of times and it was not what he was mentally capable of. I tried to see past that part and enjoy the times we were having together, but ultimately and realistically that would always make things 100 times harder when it did come to a halt. It's hard because we do just really get on, but you need to think about the other person and their needs, and if that's the circumstance then that's the circumstance, and you just have to either get on with it and enjoy the beauty of the situation, or end it altogether. I think if you are able to enjoy what you have you should do it, because life will end and it's not every day you meet someone who makes you really happy inside. Sometimes things just feel too pure to let go. The boy next door moved out his house soon after we met, and all that's left now is a dead space in my heart which I want to resurrect, but I think I should just let it be dead for a bit. I hope the boy next door comes back and we will be together again, in harmony, even for just a week.